Welcome to MySchool training. Here we will look at creating an application workflow. This is the first step in building your MySchool admissions process. Administrators and admission group members will have access to tools which can create forms and work process. These are located under the admissions menu header in the advanced options. To gain access to the actual application, then type /apply after your URL. In this tutorial we will focus on how to build the workflow so that your applications can be managed from inquiry stage to the decision using workflow steps. Let's make a new simple workflow. Go to Admissions, Advanced Options and click on the Application Workflows. Here we can have as many workflows as we need, based on school level, target audience or program offered. If the workflow is active, then it will be visible by all MySchool users. For this tutorial, we will look at very basic workflow. The tool allows you to have as many steps as you need. Firstly, let's give the workflow a title. This will appear externally, so make it clear for the users. Leave application type as New Student Registration. Accepted applicants determines who can submit the application. In most cases, this will be the legal guardian and representative. If you wish to close the application process down during certain times, then you can set the dates here. Then make sure that it is set to active. Now set the target year for the application. This can also be configured within the form builder. Enter the email to be included in all external mail footers. We can set who can apply as a legal guardian. The first selection should be reduced to follow your internal policy. Here we will take out emergency and parents. The next field will decide what relationship can be added by other guardians. Let's deselect all as the default list is comprehensive and we'll reduce this to a more manageable amount. Now we can start building the steps. It is always advisable to build these on a mock flow chart. A good tip is to get someone from outside of the process to help you visualize this. Add form is an external facing step where we require the applicant to fill out a form or details. This is an internal checkpoint which still requires a form. However, it will be for the admissions team to complete and not the applicant. Add payment includes the possibility to link with the finance module in MySchool. It will not need a form, but will need to be connected to a fee. We advise that you create a basic form. Call it a step holder. Each step will need a form to be attached before it is saved. So build the workflow first with this form and then replace with the real ones once you have tested the workflow. Click on the blue cog to open the config window. First is to give it a step label or title. Add a description for users if needed. Each step needs a form, either internal or external. Let's just add a placeholder in this case. Equally, we can decide if the step should be visible for the submitter or not. If the step is internal, then let's deselect this box. When this step is completed, either by the submitter or the admissions team, then it will trigger a change in status. Add the appropriate status for the step you are creating. In this case, it is the first, so let's start the process would be appropriate. Now we can determine if we need to update either the submitter or an internal contact to the school. This mail will be initiated on completion of the step. Enter an email subject and body, and you can even select automated tags to be inserted in the mail. These will include the information provided in the form fields, reducing admin time but still including a personal touch. We can also inform internal teams of new prospects. The internal drop-down picks up from distribution groups within your instance. Select one as appropriate. Let's keep the internal mail short in content, then press update to save the step. Let's finish the steps and keep adding the placeholder form in order to save the workflow. Let's include a fee step in the workflow, requiring payment for an enrolment fee to process the application. Same process, but instead of a form, you attach a fee from the finance module of your instance. We can reorder the steps by dragging the fields and place them in the correct order. Let's add two final steps to this workflow so that we can make a decision on the applicant. One will be defer or decline, which will initiate a rejection mail, and change the status for the applicant, whereas the other will accept the student and prompt admissions team to enroll in the target grade. We now have a simple workflow set up and can see this in the application lists. Have a look at how to test the process via the applications video tutorial on the subject.